In this Google Tag Manager guide, you're going to learn how to install Google Analytics using Tag Manager. Hey, I'm Jason, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for the latest in traffic and conversion strategies to grow and market your business online. Timestamp table of contents in the description, along with a full-blown Google Tag Manager course to get up and running with Tag Manager and things like Facebook and Google Ads. With that, let's go ahead, jump in. Now, the very first tag I recommend setting up using Google Tag Manager is Google Analytics. I believe it's the single most important tracking code to have on your site. And all you need is your property ID. We're not going to have to copy and paste any code here because Google talks to other Google products. So we'll go to our Google Analytics account. I'm going to assume you already have it set up. If you don't, it's relatively easy. Just search Google Analytics, and within 3 minutes, you'll be up and running, ready to go. So wherever you are in Google Analytics, you can always come to the bottom left here and click on Admin. So we're going to click on Admin, or the little gear icon if you're already in your admin settings. Once you're at a page that looks something like this, we're going to make sure that we're looking at the right property or website that we're going to be adding Google Analytics to, and we're going to click on Property Settings. And inside of Property Settings, we're going to be able to copy our tracking ID. It's this little number at the top. That's all we need from Google Analytics. We can go over to Google Tag Manager now and get started creating our tag for Google Analytics. So we'll go ahead and click on New Tag here. And we're going to name our new tag. I recommend naming it GA-base tag, but you can use whatever naming convention you'd like. Just make sure it's descriptive, because as time goes on, you're going to wind up putting a lot of tags in here. And so you want to make it really clear to yourself or someone else who's helping you what each one of these tags are. Once we've named our tag, we're going to go ahead and click Tag Configuration, and we're going to be given all of these tag implementation options. We're going to go ahead and click on Google Analytics Universal. If for some strange reason you see Classic anywhere, don't use Classic. We're going to use Google Analytics Universal because Classic is completely outdated now. So we'll do Universal, and we're going to go ahead and click Enable Overriding Settings in this tag. This essentially is telling Tag Manager we want everything. When you get into Advanced Google Analytics and Advanced Google Tag Manager, you can unclick this and start getting fancy with individualized settings. For basic setup, just click Override and keep going. The next thing we're going to want to do is put in our tracking ID. And this is going to be the UA code we copied from our property settings inside of Google Tag Manager. So we'll just go ahead and paste it in there. And that's all there is to it, to getting ready with the tag itself. Now we have to tell Google Tag Manager when we want the tag to fire. And so we'll go ahead and click on Triggering, and we'll select All Pages. Since we just set up this particular account, All Pages is the only option. If you ever want to make a trigger, in the top right-hand corner, you can click plus and create a new trigger. We'll go through that in a different part of this course. So once we've selected All Pages, we are good to go with this tag. So we see we've chosen Google Analytics Universal as our tag type. We've enabled overriding settings because we're going to be simple here. We've copied and pasted our UA property code that we found inside of our property settings inside of Google Tag Manager, and we've set our trigger to All Pages because we want Google Analytics to track every page on our site, and we'll go ahead and click Save. And now that we've clicked Save, we need to preview our changes to make sure that we did everything correctly and that there isn't anything getting in the way of Google Analytics firing correctly. So once we click this little preview button, we'll get this orange notification letting us know that we're now in preview mode. And this is something I recommend doing for every single tag or every single change that you do, so you can ensure that things are working properly. You do need to do this in a Chrome web browser. So in Chrome, we're going to go over to our website and we're going to refresh the page. Since we're doing Google Analytics, it could be any page on our site because Google Analytics is supposed to fire on any page on our site. So here we're just on a membership homepage, and you'll see that this little box is going to pop up at the bottom. Again, we need to be in Google Chrome, and the Tag Manager preview is going to show us everything that's firing on our site. And as you can see here, the GA base tag, what we named it, is firing. This is the Google Analytics tag. This is what we want to see. It succeeded. We are good to go. We're ready to publish the changes live. What's very important to note is this is still in preview mode, right? So if someone goes to your site right now, Google Analytics technically isn't on your site yet. You're just previewing it. So we need to go back to Tag Manager, and we're going to leave preview mode, and then we're going to go ahead and submit the changes to make them actually live on your site. So it'll pop up here. You're going to go ahead and name your update. Typically, I just name it the same as the tag or trigger that I just put together. And then I put in the information of the tag or trigger or little information about it. That way, if I ever have someone else coming in later on, or you come back later and you're trying to figure out where was a mistake made, this is a very nice, it just takes an extra 30 seconds and it makes sure that you have good documentation for all of the changes that are being made. And once you have that there, you can go ahead and click publish and you're good to go. It'll give you this nice little report of everything that was changed. And so what we want to do now is head back over to our site, refresh the page, and this time use Tag Assistant. So the first time we previewed it using the Google Tag Manager preview function. Tag Assistant is telling us the results that are live, right? So you can see here, we have our UA code. It's blue. That means it's good to go. It's firing correctly. The installation of our Google Analytics tag via Google Tag Manager is complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions on getting analytics to work correctly, make sure you drop those in the comments section below and hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth marketing tutorials just like this one. And until the next, keep building the business you love.